Congresswoman Elise Stefanik joins me with more. Congresswoman, a lot of people praising your action today as selfless, as really heroic for the agenda of President Trump. I want to pull up this razor-thin House majority. This is what we were looking at here. 218 to 215 is the narrow majority, 218 to 213 rather, which means Republicans can only lose 2 votes on any given piece of legislation. A senior White House official told our Peter Doocy that when you look at this seat that you are in could have been vacant for most of the year. We don't have time to waste. They were referring to Governor Kathy Hochul, who is no friend of the Trump administration and would like to hold your seat open as long as possible. There were a lot of political realities at play, and I'm hoping you can take me behind the scenes into exactly how this transpired and what the thought process was.
Well, thank you, Kayleigh. First of all, I was honored to have earned that nomination by President Trump, and I'm proud to be one of his top allies on Capitol Hill. This goes back to fighting against the witch hunt impeachment. It goes back to being the first member of Congress who endorsed him, as well as leading the charge in so many ways to combat anti-Semitism, which, of course, he is taking action on today. I know the stakes as an elected representative for New York's 21st District and as a previous member of leadership in the House that we need to secure the border, cut taxes, unleash American energy independence, and deliver these historic results on behalf of the president because of this tremendous mandate that the American people gave him. So I have been proud to be a team player. The president knows that. He and I had multiple conversations today, and we are committed to delivering results on behalf of the American people. And as always, I'm committed to delivering results on behalf of my constituents.
What was the timeline on this? Did this all transpire today? Was it a long and thought-out conversation? There's a lot of factors. There's, of course, the key election in Florida on Tuesday. There's Kathy Hochul's part in this. There's the notion that your seat does not have an open primary. So there's a lot of factors. What was the timeline of this? Was this a quick decision or one that was long and thought out?
Well, as you know, Kayleigh, I had my hearing the day after the inauguration. The hearing went incredibly smoothly. It passed by voice, and there's been universal praise for the nomination. The reality is, as Democrats, as we see in New York State, it is totally corrupt. Kathy Hochul started threatening to move the ball on the election date. You see a highly, highly politicized radical left trying to do everything they can to defeat the president. And this is about stepping up as a team. And I am doing that as a leader to ensure that we can take hold of this mandate and deliver these historic results, that we can pass this reconciliation bill, which will have tax cuts. It will have border security, American energy independence. And importantly, I look forward to continuing to hold higher education accountable for their failures, as well as all of my work on the House Armed Services Committee and in the national security space that I have been known for at the highest levels in Congress. So it really came to a culmination today, but it was a combination of the New York corruption that we're seeing under Kathy Hochul, special elections, and the House margin. And look, I've been in a House. It's tough to count these votes every day, and we are going to continue to defy the political prognosticators and deliver victory on behalf of President Trump and, importantly, the voters across this country.
Congresswoman, you were the first Congresswoman, or Congressman, first member, I should say, to endorse President Trump for president. I remember when I was press secretary, he called you a Republican star. You showed that to be the case in the anti-Semitism hearings, where you were responsible for some of these presidents stepping aside. You've been instrumental to this party, a warrior for the party. House Speaker Mike Johnson had this to say about you today. We'll pull this up here. Today's selfless decision shows America what those of us who work with Elise already know. She's deeply devoted to her country, fully committed to see President Trump's agenda succeed in Congress. I will invite her to return to the leadership table immediately. Your old spot GOP conference chair is taken by Lisa McClain. What do you think your new leadership position will look like? Do you even know yet?
You know, I'm going to continue speaking out. The good news, Kayleigh, is because I am not pending confirmation, the American people will be hearing a lot more from me because you're limited in what you can say when you are pending confirmation. So I'm glad to have joined Fox today, as I will continue to do, and just look forward to sharing my voice, as I always have, being one of the top fighters and top allies on behalf of President Trump and behalf of the American people and on behalf of my district, standing up for our principles to make sure that we have a strong economy, a secure border, strong national security, and that we are unified as a team to deliver historic results.
You know, President Trump, I noticed in his Truth Social today where he very much praised you and in your efforts for the party. He said this at the very end: I look forward to the day when Elise is able to join my administration in the future. It sounds like he has a spot for you down the line. Can you even put your mind there? I mean, 4 years is a long time. There's going to be a lot of turnover, a lot of spots that open, Elise.
Well, the president is going to continue to deliver just incredible results. He has had a nearly perfect first few months and has just done a tremendous job on delivering what he campaigned on. And I was proud to be by his side campaigning all across the country, making sure we held this House majority, specifically focus on fighting back against the politicization and the illegal weaponization of the witch hunts stemming from New York State. I will continue to do that. He knows that. And I look forward to continuing to serve in different ways. And Kayleigh, while I've been in the House quite a long time, I am proud to still be one of the youngest members, although I'm very happy that there are younger ones too. But this will be my 11th year in the House, and I have a long ways to go and will continue to speak out and use my voice to help the American people and stand up and support the president.
And Congresswoman, one last question, because Hakeem Jeffries and the DCCC, they're all out there saying this is, a sign that the Trump agenda isn't working. And it's almost laughable because when you look at polling, you see President Trump at record highs in NBC. You see him at record highs in CNN and our Fox polling. And then you see Hakeem Jeffries there and the Democrats at record lows. So is this just political posturing he's doing? Because it seems to have no bearing in truth.
It's desperate political posturing from the Democrats. As you pointed out, Kayleigh, they are polling at a historic low point versus President Trump has historic approval ratings, as well as congressional Republicans have historic approval ratings right now. And I want to point out that Hakeem Jeffries actually has among the lowest approval rating for any leader of either party in the House in modern history. And add on top of that, you have the implosion of Chuck Schumer, who is likely going to face a very, very contested primary in New York State. And you have Governor Kathy Hochul, who is the lowest polling New York State governor ever. So this is a Democrat Party that is an absolute free fall. Democrats are failing to unify versus Republicans are defying all political odds. We are defying what the media is saying and continuing to pass these important agenda items, which we will do in the House, working through the Senate, and the president will be there to sign them. But this is a shift in leadership from the abysmal failure of Joe Biden to the strength that we're seeing under President Trump. I've been proud to be a part of it. I am here to deliver results on behalf of my constituents and the American people, and that's what I committed to doing today with the president, and I consider him a friend. I'm proud to be a leader in the House in terms of one of his top allies, and that will continue to be the case.
Well, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, you're being praised as a selfless warrior, and I look very much forward to seeing what the bright future holds for you. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.